goes in focus. Okay, week 3, everybody. Hi, and welcome back if you've been following me on this little weight loss journey. As I said, it's week 3. I'm on Optavia, and I am on the road to better health. And by doing that, I am losing weight. That's the goal number 1. Goal number 2 is also to, of course, be healthy. But a week in the review, it was a pretty good week. I mean, I didn't really have any hard days. I will definitely say that this week I had more cravings kick in, where I really was super craving something, and I actually found a way to make it work in my daily food plan. And so this particular video, I was able to film for you several different meals that I made just to share with you. I mean, are they perfectly Optavia? No. I mean, they're not like 2 cups of vegetables and a protein and stuff like that, but I sometimes I fall short on the vegetable part. Like, honestly, totally honest, I didn't even film it because I was like, seriously. But one day I ate 3 vegetarian hot dogs with green chili on it. And that was my food for the day. But I ate like a lot of green chili on it, but still. I was like, this is not going to be very exciting. But I'm telling you, I'm just being honest. That's what this is all about, right? Is being honest and stuff. So I wanted to tell you that. Another thing is sometimes I just am so full after eating my main meal of the day. Like, I'm on the 5-in-1 plan. So I have 5 fuelings and then 1 meal that I prepare. And sometimes I am super full after that 1 meal that sometimes I drop another, a fueling because I'm not hungry 2 to 3 hours from then. That's probably not what you're supposed to do, but that's what I do, unfortunately. So I'm down 14.2 pounds. Yay. Mm-hmm. And I mean, any direction in that, any movement in the down direction is, a win for me. So 3 weeks, 14.2 pounds. I don't know if that's typical or not. Maybe it is for somebody my size, but I'm sure it's going to slow down. Let's see, what else? I wanted to tell you guys about this. Okay, so I actually came somewhat prepared, but this is the rustic tomato herb. See it? Now, I've heard people say they don't like it, and so I was really afraid to even try it, and I tried it yesterday. I actually ate this for breakfast, but so I really liked it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. Because I am a non-meat eater, it was really good to me, and it had a texture that I really liked. Now, if you're a meat eater, I can see why maybe you wouldn't like it, because this kind of texture is something that people that eat a lot of non-meat products, this is a texture that we're kind of used to, because there's those little tiny soy chunks in there. It's kind of like our meatless crumbles for vegetarians, and so yeah, so that's what's in there, and it actually was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I mean, there's only like 10 noodles in there, but it was surprisingly good. And so just thought I'd let you know, don't be scared of it, because yeah, it was pretty good for me. What else went on this week? Oh, okay, so I videoed this, so just so you know, it's gonna come up later because I took the video at a separate time. But earlier this week, I had some keto sticks in my bathroom medicine cabinet. They're old, by the way. I just happened to have them in there. I didn't buy them special, but I just happened to be like, I wonder what it's like. I know this isn't a keto diet, but I just thought I would check, and you wait and see what happened, because I have it coming up on here somewhere. And what else? Oh, okay, so something else I learned this week. It's every week I glean something different from all of these nutritional guides, because you have a vegetarian nutritional guide, you've got your healthy fats guide, you've got your 5-in-1 meal plan guide. And so something that I read on there mentioned that many vegetarian protein options are typically higher in carbohydrates. And so Optavia recommends that those of us that are following that type of plan probably should eat fewer of the actual meals, like the mashed potato meal, I'm assuming, and things like this that could be higher in carbs. They recommended that we probably eat or have our fuelings are mainly shakes, because typically what we're going to have in our daily fueling that we make ourselves is probably going to be a little bit higher in carbs. So since I read that, I've been really careful to try to make my meals lower in carbs, like really, be cognizant of what that's all about. And so anyway, that's pretty much my whole spiel for the week. Those are just like my week in review, because I want to show you the things that I prepared, not because I am a chef or anything fabulous, but because it might help you get some ideas, or you can get a spin off of the idea and those kind of things, because I just really I'm fitting in. I think week 1 is a challenge for a couple of reasons. One, because you're getting used to eating a lot less food, but you're eating a lot of 6 different meals in a day. So I don't want to say you're hungry, but you're just like, what? I can't just sit down and have a bowl of chips and salsa, because you can't. But and trying to figure out like your 5-in-1 meal. Like if I eat the leanest protein, I can have 2 fats. Or if I eat lean, then I can't have any fats. I mean, those kind of things you don't know on your first week. And so on the 3rd week, you I said that more than once. But yeah, so just figuring that out. And then week 2, kind of settling in. And week 3, it's like, okay, now I know what I need to do. And this is the way I'm going to tailor my day, or that kind of thing. So yeah, it's all about learning what you like to eat and trying to make it fit. And I am going to tell you, because you're going to see it, I found the best hack for ramen noodles. And I love ramen noodles, and I don't know why, because it's amazing because they're 25 cents a pack, but I just really like them. And so I found a way to have them, and I'm going to share that with you. And I think that's all I've got. I'm just trying to think of any other extra little fun tidbits in the week. But I will say that I did update my little blue line, and I have little like pointers, and right now my pointer is literally right there. It's on this side of the door now. It's like right there. So I think, actually, I'll tell you. I am down. Darn it. By the way, are you guys like me? So I measured my waist, but then I also measured my fat roll. I'm just being honest, because let's be real. So thankfully, I am down. But let's see, total I am down 6 inches on my waist. So that's good. So anyway, I don't know what to say. I just said anyway a million times. Apologize. But if you have any questions, or if you want to let me know anything that that I could be doing better, I know I could be doing a million times better. Oh, by the way, this right here, this Gold Peak tea that is diet is the perfect tea. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's the perfect, it's not too sweet, the tea isn't too strong, it's just right. So anyway, another little tidbit. So I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you next week, and following this are going to be a whole bunch of little clips from my week of making my food, and you can see the results of my keto strip test. And yeah, I don't know, different, but enjoy. Bye. Okay, so far in here I have 7 ounces of peeled and deveined shrimp, colossal size. I have a little bit of dill, a little bit of red pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon of oil, and some garlic powder. And then I'm going to put it on here. This is the non-stick foil, and then I'm going to broil it. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so I've added a few more things. I added cumin, like literally just a couple shakes, a little bit cayenne pepper, and of course the garlic and that. So now we will mix her up, and we're going to put it over there, and then we're going to broil it. And I like my shrimp pretty well done. So, and I'm also going to put some asparagus on the side and broil that as well. Half a cup. Okay, so a trick I'm using is, these were frozen and I just defrosted them, and I am using the same bowl so that I can get every last little speck of that half a teaspoon of oil that I used. And then I'm going to coat this and add it over here and then cover it. Okay, so it's on 500 degrees. It's been on for 9 minutes, so it's almost at its 10th minute, and it looks so good. I'm so excited. Here it is, the finished product. Put a few little cherry tomatoes on there. Yeah, we've got the asparagus and then the boiled shrimp. That's what's for dinner. Okay. Here's what's for lunch. I'm going to have some of these plant-based meatballs by 365. I got these at Whole Foods. And so here is the nutrition on the back. So I'm going to have 10 of these. So for 6 of them, that's the serving size. They are 170 calories, 11 grams of fat. That's kind of high-ish. But, and then the carbs are 6 grams there. So I'm going to have 10 though. And so I'm just going to heat them up in this bowl, and I'm going to add, I'll show you what I'm going to add. I'm going to add some of this Great Value pizza sauce. I heard about this on YouTube. They said that the pizza sauce over like marinara sauce or like some kind of other type of spaghetti sauce has no sugar in it, and that is indeed the case. Let's see, just contains, is it focusing there? So, you know, just tomato puree and salt, spices, natural flavors. So there's no sugar in it. Has a total of 4 carbs. I don't know if that's focusing. A total of 4 carbs, 1 gram of fat. So I'm going to use this as my vegetable. So I'm going to use a half a cup of this and put it in there. Okay, here she is. I just put it in the microwave for maybe a total of 3 minutes because these were frozen. Put these in for about 2 minutes on their own while they're frozen to get warm, and then I just put the pizza sauce on top, half a cup, and then finished heating it up that way. So it's pretty warm now, and it looks really good, and I'm gonna go eat it. And yeah, so nice vegetarian meal for the day. Okay, you guys, here's what's for lunch. Okay, here, these are little tiny lobster tails. So combined, they were 2.9 ounces. And then I have a half a cup of mushrooms here. So these I broiled with half a teaspoon of olive oil. These I kind of cooked in the pan with also a little bit less than a half a teaspoon of olive oil, and then just added a little bit of salt. And then I actually had 5 tomatoes, but I already ate 2. because I couldn't help it. And then on these lobster, they curled up like, yeah, but I like them like super, super well done. But on them, I just put a little bit of paprika, a little bit of garlic powder, and that's it. So, yeah, but that's what's for lunch, dinner. So when I say I have my lunch, my meal at lunch, it's actually 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's typically the time I eat, because that's when I just get hungry, and then it really helps if it's like kind of more in the middle of the day for me. So I'm going to make a new version of the quiche, and I'm going to make it with half the amount of eggs I did last time, because last time that was so much. I couldn't eat it all in one sitting, and you can't roll it over to the next meal. You just have to roll it over to the next day. So I have a whole cup of egg whites here. These are the liquid egg whites. And then I'm going to put in half a cup of mozzarella cheese, shredded. And then I'm going to add some mushrooms, because I love mushrooms. And we're going to call this half a cup. It's heaping, but there's like a whole bunch of space in there. And then some good, yummy green chili. This green chili tastes so good, and it is so hot, but it is so good. Like, you don't even know. Green chili from Hatch, New Mexico. Okay, so we got our vegetables and our protein and our cheese. I'm just going to mix this up and put a little bit of salt and pepper in it. And then I'm going to bake it at 350 for 35 minutes. See it? I'm going to show it to you in just a second in the pan. Okay, so I added the salt and I added some onion powder just for some flavor. Now, in my little pan here, I did spray it this time with some Tam. And I'm going to stick it in there. And I preheated my little oven to 375 and not 350. I think I said 350 and I meant 375. So, yeah. See? It's going to be so good. And look, I made an enormous amount that I'm not going to be able to eat the whole thing, but leftovers for tomorrow, I suppose. But I'll show it to you again in a few minutes. All right, here we go. Finished product. I know you've already seen this part for the most part earlier or I guess last week if you watched the previous one. But so, and then I have 1.4 ounces of avocado. It's a small avocado. That's why it looks like half. But yeah, I'm excited to have it. It's going to be really spicy, but I love it spicy. So anyway, that is lunch for today. And I probably honestly will not get through all of that because it is a massive amount. I mean, I don't know. All right, you guys, not to be gross, but I'm finished and I can only eat half. And I am absolutely stuffed to the gills. It is so... The cheese is very satisfying. A little bit of spice is very satisfying. The mushrooms just give it a little bit of, little bit of something else to eat. And then the cheese and the egg whites just, I don't know, just fill me up. So I will have leftovers tomorrow. I did eat all of my avocado, which was delicious. So basically I just took like a little piece of avocado and a bite and so I got a little bit of cool of the avocado and then the bite of the cheese. All right, guys, this is what's for lunch. I'm having a Beyond Burger, and I looked it up, and I did some of that. I just did a lot of searching. These are considered keto friendly. I know this is not a keto diet, but it has 5 grams of carbohydrates, and there are 2 grams of fiber, though, so it translates into just 3 net carbs. So it does have 20 grams of fat, which is a little bit more than what Optavia wants. But yeah, it's just my choices are getting slimmer and slimmer. It's either more of the same of what I eat all the time. So I thought I would try. Guys, today I'm going to attempt to make these Pasta Zero shiitake noodles, and I particularly love ramen noodles, chili flavor. So I'm going to make these instead of the noodles. I'm going to use this and make my own soup concoction. Now the way you make these is they come with a lot of liquid in them, so you have to drain them really well. I drained them I drained them and then I rinsed them 5 times. And then you're supposed to parboil them for 2 minutes. And then you're supposed to kind of sort of dry them out, I guess. This is my first time doing it. Hard to do with one hand. And so now I'm just sort of like drying them out in a frying pan first. And I'm looking forward to it because these only have very few calories. This is the entire package, by the way. I'm going to turn that down. We're going to go back over here. Okay, so these have, let's see, per container, 45 calories for the whole container. There's 5 grams of carbohydrates, but there's 3 grams of fiber. So it's only 2 net carbs per. So this whole package, this whole thing over there is only 4 net carbs and 45 calories. And then I'm going to use this. And I think the only bad thing is that, there's a lot of salt in this, but I'm kind of all about the salt. I really, as we've said, I'm a salty person. And if you can't tell, I do like a little bit of spice in my food. But I would think that anybody, you could use like the shrimp flavoring, you could use the chicken flavoring, the beef flavoring, whatever, and then just use these. But I'm going to try it and see what I think. But that's going to be part of today's meal because there's virtually no other nutrients in this. There's no, there's no protein or anything like that. I guess there's 1 gram of protein in it, but anyway, so there you go. Okay, along with that other meal, I'm making some of my egg salad. I'm just putting a few capers in it. I can't find my real measuring spoon, so I'm using these little kid ones, like for kids. How crazy is that? And, alright, I'm going to put a few more in there when I can use both my hands. A little bit of this. A little bit of paprika. By the way, has anybody ever tasted paprika? It's actually hot if you put a lot of it in there. I mean, I can take heat, but I'm telling you, if not, you go taste it right now. Because it's got a little kick to it. I'd never noticed that ever in my life. I always thought it was just sort of a benign spice, but that is Jerry coughing. He's got the COVID.
No, I don't. Thank you. I do not have it. I'm good.
Just joking.
It's hair from someone shaving.
Okay, now you're in the dark. Now you're not so dark.
Oh, it's hair from somebody shaving me.
All right. There we go. Oh, by the way, I'm going to just tell you this. I always have this little man. He's always never far away from me. I'm constantly kicking him off the counter. But I wanted to tell you guys, okay, so these are found... These are found in the refrigerator section of the grocery store, just in case somebody wants to try it. And these are almost completely dried out in the pan. I forgot to mention that you don't put any oils in it or any butter or anything like that, unless, maybe if you're not on a diet, you can. But just to kind of, so it's a low pan, just kind of drying them out a little bit, and they've already kind of reduced in size quite a bit, but yeah, so I just wanted to add that in case somebody was wondering. And yeah, I'm so excited to have my ramen noodle thing back. Oh, and I tasted one, and it doesn't taste like anything. I mean, it does have somewhat of a rubbery texture, but I kind of like that. But if you don't, I mean, it's not, I mean, it's kind of like a rice noodle texture, I would say. So, anyway, there you go. Okay, I got all the good stuff in here. I'm gonna mix it up, and then I'm gonna put it on these and then eat it. And these are, I need to eat them because they're starting to get a little brown spots, but they'll still be good. Okay, here's my lunch. I really was craving this, and I'm hoping it's as good as I think it's gonna be. And then there's that. And so I probably will not be able to eat it all. My stomach has really shrunk quite a bit, and I guess because, I mean, even if food is delicious to me, I just get really full and can't have any more. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so if you gross out easily, don't look. But I just happen to have some of these ketone strips, test strips in my bathroom, medicine cabinet, and I just happened to, I was just curious, and so I just quickly ran this underneath my urine, and yeah, it looks like, okay, so it looks like, yeah, if it falls between these last two here, my cat is walking around on the countertop, which is super gross. Yeah, so it's large amounts of ketones being deposited by my urine. So maybe that's why I'm losing. Because I do want to clarify that, here, this can go in the trash now. This is so gross. I do want to clarify though that my coach called me and said that this is not a keto diet, which it's not. It's just low in carbohydrates. Oh my gosh, I'm doing a terrible job at filming. And by the way, this is me with my hair up. I just had to take a quick shower because I gotta go pick up my taxes. So anyway, this is my messy bathroom. And you can't see my face. It's like it's all blurred out. Bloop. Anyway. And that's Kevin, my upstairs cat. We have an upstairs cat and a downstairs cat. Does anybody else have that?